This is Tim Bryce with my column titled, The Political Miscalculations of the Democrats. As expected, this has been an extraordinary midterm election thus far. The Democrats are desperate for a win in order to survive. To do so, they have raised considerable money for congressional and state races and tried to create controversy in the court of public opinion. Democrat congressional candidates alone raised more than $1 billion for their campaigns, a new record. According to the Campaign Finance Institute, 62 House races exceeded $1 million in expenditures, compared to 20 in 2016. Such expenditures were to be expected as the Democrats want to retake one or both chambers of Congress, but what about their message? The Democrats tried to raise the ire of the people on more than one occasion during the political season. Unfortunately, it backfired on them time and again. To illustrate, during the confirmation of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, the Democrats characterized him as a deceitful sex offender and expressed their indignation as to his nomination. This may have fired up their base, but it also inflamed their Republican opponents, who took this as a call to action and energized their voting. This alone may have cost the Democrats the election. Immigration was used twice during this campaign by the Democrats. First, their indignation over separating children from their parents who entered the country illegally. The second was the caravan of Central Americans marching towards the United States, bent on entering any way possible. How this group was organized and funded is suspicious, but unlike the Democrats prepared to welcome them with open arms, the country is now acutely aware of the problems with illegal immigration. This has caused them to adamantly support President Trump's southern wall and call for revised immigration laws. The people realize neither will happen with a Congress controlled by the Democrats, hence a pushback by the country. Healthcare continues to be their main message going into this election. The fact remains that Obamacare was a disaster and left a bad taste in the mouths of people. The Democrats may think it is important, but they cannot convince the public their party has the answer for it, other than an unworkable $32.5 trillion boondoggle. In other words, their credibility is shot, and the public is willing to wait for a new congressional term to address the problem. The Democrats' attacks on President Trump have continued unabated since he first took office. Despite all of their complaints and accusations, his popularity continues to grow. The reason is simple. He understands the wants and needs of the people, which is why he focused on reigniting the economy and putting the country back to work. By doing so, he has won over the support of steelworkers, coal miners, auto workers, farmers, African Americans, Latinos, and women, people who had traditionally voted for Democrats. The recharged economy is the Achilles heel for the Democrats, which explains why they try to sidetrack the American people with Justice Kavanaugh, immigration, and health care, all aimed at distracting people from the real issue of this election, peace and prosperity. By taking the tactic of creating turmoil, the Democrats have actually done the Republicans a great service by causing high anxiety among the voters, fearing the gravy train may be coming to an abrupt end, thereby stimulating people to vote. Add on to this the surly temperament and mob action of the Democrats, and people will naturally gravitate away from such shenanigans. The point is, instead of proposing legislation, the Democrats have done nothing more than create high anxiety among the populace, who will naturally vote for stability as opposed to helter-skelter. In this way, the Democrats face another loss in 2018, and once again, they will be at a loss as to why. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com.